In this video, I'm going to show you the one simple step that you need to take as a beginner investor in order to expedite your entire investment journey and your move into investing in real estate. And if you stay tuned until the very end, I'm going to show you an oceanfront condo that's bringing in over $16,865 in profit each year. Let's get after it right now. What is mastery? Mastery is being able to do something without consciously using calories, basically. It's like tying your shoe or riding a bike. Now, I got that from Myron Golden. Shout out to him for sure. Check out his YouTube channel. He's got some excellent content. Anyways, as a beginner investor, you've not mastered how to do this. You're just getting started. So all that said, guys, you can solve and expedite the problem of your lack of experience, your lack of competence by finding and partnering with the right real estate agent who has market knowledge, who has market experience, who has worked here in this market for years and knows the ups and downs of the rental game. Guys, how do you attract a super solid and professional agent that's already very successful in this game to work on your deal? You know, let's say you're starting out. You've only got $100,000. You've only got $50,000 cash in the bank. You know, how do you get somebody that's running at 150 miles an hour, working with, you know, clients that are investing 600,000, a million plus? How do you get somebody like that to slow down and help you? Well, if you're doing a financing deal, you make sure that you're already pre-approved. When you contact this person, you're not going to want to really waste their time because they're going to be super busy. They're going to have lots of clients and lots of prospects that they're currently working with. So go ahead and get pre-approved. You also, if you're a cash buyer, you also want to have proof of funds readily available to show to your agent. Now, what this is going to do for you, it's going to signal to the agent, oh, this buyer's serious. They've done their homework. They're actually going to buy something. If I put time in this person and invest, you know, my life experience and my competence level, my expertise, then I'm most likely going to get a return for my money, for my time, excuse me. And so, you know, those are the kind of signals that you want to be sending off to a solid and professional agent that you want to attract to tell you the secret information, to share those breakthroughs with you, to share those personal victories that agent has already won in his or her market. Now, this pivotal connection that you're going to make with your real estate agent is going to open the doors to the realm of investing. It's going to expedite the process so much for you because we can tell you, hey, you know, you're under $100,000, you need to invest here. You know, this place generally has profitable units at under $100,000. Or, hey, you know, you're over $500,000. You know, this 4+ bedroom does really well. It makes over $104,000 a year. That's going to be an excellent choice for you. That's what you're paying the agent for. You're paying the agent for the time and the energy and the effort and the competence and the expertise that they have in that particular market so that you don't have to go through the learning curve of watching video after video after video, of reading blogs and doing all those kinds of things. You can save yourself the time, which honestly is more important. Now, a solid and professional agent is not only going to help you get deals done because they're doing deals all the time, but they're really going to help you overcome uncertainty, fear, and procrastination. These are things that plague and work against many people. And you have to be honest with yourself about why you're not taking that leap, why you're not making that purchase, and why you're not building wealth for your family. Because honestly, you have a lot of uncertainty. It's why you haven't picked up the phone and made an offer on a property just yet, because most likely you have some uncertainty. You know, you have some fear about it. There's tons of questions that you want to get answers to. And having a solid and professional agent simplifies that process and streamlines it, saving you time, energy, and effort so that you don't have to waste all the time checking for properties and hunting here and hunting there and, you know, and watching video after video. It'd be nice if you could have 1 or 2 or 3 conversations with an agent and get all those questions answered. Initiating this success solely depends on you. Guys, you have the power to take action. Whether you send me a text message or shoot me an email, whether you give me a call on the phone, the key to your future and starting to build wealth is right on the other side of a phone call, an email, or a text message. You've got to take action. And even if you're 1 month or 3 years out, let's say you're 5 years out, let's say you're dreaming about, retiring in the next 15 years. It's never too early or too late to make that phone call, have that initial conversation, get the connection in place, and start working on something together. Your chosen agent has the ability to bring invaluable assets to the table. They're going to take into account, tailored strategy just for you based on your personal preferences, your financial objectives, and even your price range. As we're talking on the phone and we're learning whether or not you're going to use the unit on vacation, whether it's strictly just a financial investment for you, perhaps, it's going to be a second home. You'll only be there 6 months out of a year. We're going to take all that stuff into account, and we're going to know exactly where to put you. Which oceanfront condos have better HOAs, and especially based on your price range, where can your tenants, if you use an offsite manager, go ahead and, still use the on-site amenities. There's all kinds of those little ins and outs questions that we get answered and have market knowledge of, and, just help to expedite that process for you. So if you want to get that tailored solution that's just for you, you just got to pick up the phone and call. Now, let's say you tell me that you're looking for a 2-bedroom, 1-bathroom oceanfront condo. You let me know you're between $200,000 and $250,000. You're buying cash. I'm going to let you know you're most likely going to be able to be profitable at the Meridian or even at the Sailfish Resort. Similarly, if you're under $200,000, I'm going to know to put you at the Sea Mist or the Landmark. Now, these are only a couple of examples, but the point is, I just saved you a ton of research and a ton of trial and error. I've just saved you time, making your life simpler, making the process easier for you. We're going to maximize this situation for long-term success. Now, we're going to craft a compelling argument, a pitch, a sales pitch for the seller, for that listing agent. We're going to take into account factors like how long the property's been on the market, whether or not they've remodeled the property. We're going to run comparables in the condominium. We're also going to look at properties in the surrounding area. We're going to check and see what they purchased the property for, all in an effort to basically purchase that property at the lowest amount under asking that we can get it, so that when you get into that investment, when you get into that purchase, you've bought it right, your monthly payments are lower, and you're more profitable on it. This is going to set you up long-term for your next investment and for the other future goals and objectives that you have for your financial success. Ultimately, the right agent is your best ally for setting yourself up successfully, especially as a beginner investor. Partnering with the right agent, if you're determined and you're serious, is going to help expedite your process, your learning curve, so that way you don't have needless time wasted and you don't make poor decisions. Now, each week right here on the Buying Myrtle Beach Real Estate channel, you're seeing oceanfront condos that could be a perfect fit for you. So be honest with yourself about the fear that you're facing, about the procrastination that you're dealing with, and let's get serious. Let's have a simple two-way conversation where I can find out a little bit about you, your personal financial goals, and what you're looking at doing in our market. You can find out a little bit more about me and what it's like to work with me, and we can help secure what you're looking for in your financial future. It is literally that simple. It is one simple step as a beginner investor, just finding the right agent. The right person can change the trajectory of your life. Make that call today, send that email, shoot me that text message, and let's step into your future. Sea Mist Resort. Now, the Sea Mist Resort was built back in 1977. It's in or closer to the southern part of Myrtle Beach. This area of Myrtle Beach is not necessarily one of the nicer areas in Myrtle Beach. However, the Sea Mist Resort is a hidden gem. When I cover the financials on these properties, you are probably going to be extremely impressed. They're probably some of the best value on the beach. I mean, where can you go on the beach and get an oceanfront condo, a true oceanfront? You step out on the balcony, you've got sand and you've got ocean right in front of you for $110,000. Now, the Sea Mist Resort recently has had new ownership take over. They are excellent people and they are working to turn this beautiful hidden gem around. So you can fully expect some great changes right here at the Sea Mist Resort. Now, the average sold price of an oceanfront unit right here at Sea Mist was only $96,000 and some change. There is like a lazy river and also a pool, but there are not a lot of on-site amenities here. This could be an upside for an investor interested in using off-site property management. We are almost there, guys. 5804, coming right up on the right. The unit we're about to go into here right at the Sea Mist Resort is $109,000. It is an ocean view condo and it is 385 square feet. Let's get in here and check it out. All right, we're going inside, guys. As soon as you walk in, you'll notice there is a full kitchen here. You have refrigerator, small sink, stove. There's a microwave over to the left, cabinets. You have two queen-size beds. To my left is the bathroom. Pretty standard. There is tile in the entrance. We have like some LVP looking flooring. Let's see what the view is like. Now this is an ocean view, not an ocean front unit. You can still see the ocean and you can see the city. Your balcony is a good size. Guys, just up the street is the Landmark Resort. Now these units, you know, the one bedrooms that are shotgun, actually oceanfront, are bringing in about $33,000 a year. You know, at most 35, some change on that. They're $165,000. You can buy a unit here at the Sea Mist for literally 110. You might be able to pop it down to 100. The average unit for this oceanfront sells at 96,000. We're talking, you know, $50,000, $60,000 difference, and it's bringing in $28,000 of gross rental income a year. Now that's, you know, that's from firsthand information from an owner that lives here at the Sea Mist. He lives here and he both owns a rental unit that he works himself, and he works it pretty hard. He brings in $28,000 a year of gross rental income, and he's anticipating bringing in $30,000 this next year. The point is, though, right up the street, 2 blocks away at Landmark Resort, you're spending, you know, $65,000 more, but you're only making $5,000, $7,000 more in gross rental income. So for investors that might have a cap on how much they can invest, let's say you only have $100,000, that's your limit. The Sea Mist Resort is your best value. It's going to give you near the same profits that you get for spending $165,000 at the Landmark Resort, just 2 blocks up the street. Earlier in the video, I did say that there were not a lot of amenities on site here. There are a lot of pools here. There is definitely a water slide, a lazy river. But as far as like restaurants go, there's not restaurants. There's not really a fitness center. There's not a lot of the other amenities that you would see at some of your other oceanfront resorts. All right, you waited for it. We're here at the end. I am excited to tell you all about those gross rental income numbers here in the Tides building for an oceanfront condo at the Sea Mist Resort. Now, again, I've told you I spoke with a gentleman who owns a unit and rents a unit here. He brings in $28,000. He brought in $28,000 last year in gross rental income, but he does work it pretty hard. Now, if you use Evolve, an off-site property management group that only charges 10% to manage your rental, you're looking at only spending $2,800 in property management expenses. Now, that brings you to a subtotal from that $28,000 to $25,200. Now, from that $25,200, the previous year's taxes on a unit here was $974.10. Excuse me, that was the 2020 taxes on it. Now, one quick caveat is, when these units sell, if they sell for a higher price, most likely the assessor is going to charge you more money on taxes, so you can expect an increase on that in the coming years. We've estimated $1,000 for HO6 insurance. That's to cover your personal belongings there in the unit. Now, also keep in mind, in South Carolina, you are going to have to pay a property tax on items like your furnishings, your furniture and stuff in your oceanfront condo. So that is not included in this estimate. Now, your annualized HOA dues. The HOA fees here at the Sea Mist Resort are currently $530 per month. Multiply that by 12 to get your annualized HOA dues, and we're talking $6,360. So after taking out your expenses on this unit, when you have that subtotal of $25,200, you're minusing your expenses, you're left with $16,865.90. Now that's for a cash buyer. In my opinion, if you are strictly looking at the financials, you are strictly interested in the financial return that you're going to make on a unit, I feel like for the price point, the Sea Mist Resort is an excellent value. Now, obviously it's not in the nicest part of town. Obviously, the building and the grounds do need work. However, the new owners are working on that currently. So you do stand, in my opinion, to most likely gain some nice appreciation. Again, as I mentioned earlier, just 2 blocks up the road, those 1-bedrooms are selling for as much as $165,000. So in my opinion, the Sea Mist Resort is one of the best investments on the market here in Myrtle Beach, especially if you're in the lower end of the price range wanting to invest. Now let's look at the financing route. If you finance a unit here at the Sea Mist, that's oceanfront, this is what you could look at projected to bring in. You have a down payment of $22,600. You are going to have to pay 20% down on the condo. This is looking at an efficiency unit here, bringing in $28,000 in gross rental income on average. Now, with a 10% off-site property manager like Evolve, you're going to make you're going to pay $2,800 for those property management expenses. That brings your subtotal down to $25,200. Now, your principal and interest for the year looks like $8,136. Combined with our 2020 estimate on taxes of $974.10, combined with our estimated insurance for HO6 at $1,000, and also combined with your annualized HOA dues of $6,360. When you minus your expenses, your total expenses from the subtotal of $25,200 after property management expenses, that's offsite property management, you're still left with a whopping $8,729.90 projected profitability on a unit here at the Sea Mist that is oceanfront. Now guys, I got a call just yesterday from an investor out of state looking to make a purchase in our market. She was nervous. Is this a scam? She was trying to figure out, what she should do. I am a licensed South Carolina real estate broker right here in the state of South Carolina. I'm on a team that's been in business for over 10 years. Our broker in charge has been in business here for over 47 years in this market doing business. We can definitely provide you with references or anything that you'd be interested in to make you feel secure about making a purchase here in the Myrtle Beach market. Guys, I can totally understand that, being an out-of-state investor, you have all kinds of concern. You've never been to our market perhaps, or you visited and you want to purchase an investment, an oceanfront condo, an investment property. You got money sitting in your account and you want to put it in the right thing so you get a good return. Totally get it. Totally understand it. And we help buyers and investors just like you, even people that are relocating here all the time. So a simple two-way conversation will make this process so much easier, get your questions answered, and help remove a lot of the anxiety or intimidation on making a purchase in the Myrtle Beach market. Take, for instance, a recent friend of mine saw a YouTube video, got in contact with me. We just made an offer on an oceanfront condo right here in Myrtle Beach, South Carolina, just today. She came in town over the weekend. We checked out properties. We corresponded back and forth through email and text messages. She found what she wanted. We did our numbers and our due diligence. And now she's just made an offer on what hopefully is going to be her first investment property right here in our market. That story could be your story. So don't let procrastination, don't let putting it off, don't make an excuse. Don't let fear stop you from taking that leap and stepping into starting to build some financial wealth in your life. If you found the information on this video helpful or useful in any way, please hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and share these videos on your social media with friends and family. Click anywhere on the screen to find other helpful videos with great information on investing in Myrtle Beach, South Carolina real estate.